Well, hello there. Well, this is a video I never thought in a million years I would be making. Well, I'll jump straight in. I have got myself some VR goggles. They're the Pico 4s. Right? Just arrived, just started messing about with them yesterday. Okay? Now, I should make one thing very clear. Right? VR Vergin. Never played VR in my entire life. It's never well, that's a lie. About 40 odd, 45, 42, 40 odd years ago, I had a go with VR. Yes, kiddies, VR is not a new thing. No, I had a go in an arcade. It was a bit different then. You stood in, I suppose, what could be described as a small little boxing ring, and he was like strapped in, and he put like a giant motorcycle helmet on, and picture quality was pretty poor, and if I remember rightly, it was just like flying an aeroplane or something, and you were shooting, and you could look left or right, up or down, and that was the nearest thing to VR back then. But that was 40 plus years ago. But no, I've never been interested in VR, to tell you the truth. It's not something that, you see it on YouTube and you see people playing and stuff. And when you're watching it, well, to me, this is, my brain sort of said, well, I can just sit on my chair and play my PlayStation game. There can't be that much difference. Wow, I was wrong. Jesus Christ, I was wrong. I could not have been more wrong if my name was Mr. Wrong and I lived in wrong house on wrong lane on the planet wrongly. God, it's complete. It blew my mind. I haven't even played a game yet, by the way. My mind is already blown. I have not even bought a game yet. Alright? All I've done is set it up. Oh, there's something important about setting it up and things like that, which I'm going to mention to you because it is very important. Right, but I'll mention that near the end. This won't be a long video, don't worry. Right, yeah, very important. Yeah, all I've done is set it up, and it was just mind-blowing. I put the goggles on, I turned them on, and you know when you're concentrating on something and you're not really paying attention to anything else? Well, this information came up and it was about logging into your account on this sort of thing, and I was reading that, and then from nowhere the controllers that were in my hand just appeared. It was there, but the one that it was just the strangest. Remember VR Vergin? Just the strangest experience to see these things appear in front of you, and you could see them crystal clear. Then I started to look around, the bloody earth was over there and the moon, and then my brain started to think, oh George, it's VR, look around. You know what I mean? I was still thinking of like a PlayStation game, just right in front of you, do what's right in front of you. But then you start to think a bit. Well, I'd logged in and stuff like that, and I can't get my words out. I started to look around in the options and stuff, and started to figure things out and learn stuff and everything. And I found this thing where you can change your environment, and you can create, if you wanted to watch a video, you could put your goggles on and create as if you sat in a theatre. But it was all just mind-blowing. Right? Absolutely. God knows what the games are going to be like. Alright? Like I said, this is quick. Got it, set it up, spoke to you. Alright? I was so shocked because it's something I would not have gone near in a million years. But VR, what's the point? But I think I've decided to start just at the right point. Just at the right point. Because with this Pico 4 coming out, all the reviews and everything are saying that other one, Quest somewhat, right? it's better than that. It's blowing stuff. It's meant to be the best you can get for the price range. Right, at the moment, just a minute. Just gonna, there you go. Just wanted to change that. Yeah, it's meant to be, I'll edit that out if I remember. But, so I've come into it at the right time, in my opinion. Right, and from what I've seen watching YouTube videos since I made the decision to pick one up, it's blown my mind. And I still wouldn't have really picked one up, but I got a special offer, a special deal, which I don't know if I'm allowed to mention. So I'm paying for it, but it's not a freebie. But I did get sort of like a special deal, shall we say, which, no, I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it. So skip over that, forget that. Yeah, so it absolutely blew my mind. And I'll tell you what, I have to apologise to a bloke on YouTube who posted a video with his on, right? And he was playing some sort of game, and he was in like a bedroom. He was in like a bedroom, you may have seen it. And he's like laid on a bed, and there's shadows and occasional ghosts or something. And he's screaming like a girl. There was this one point he was looking that way, and as he turned back from nowhere, this big like killer clown with big teeth just appeared, and he's screaming like a girl. And all I could think was, you dickhead. I was thinking, what a plonker. And I thought, he's overacting for the camera. He's overacting to try and get more views on YouTube. But complete idiot. I didn't leave any bad comment or out like that because I don't do that, right? But I just thought, dickhead. Well, I owe you an apology, mate. I really do owe you an apology. If I'd have left a comment, I'd be jumping on your channel and I was saying sorry, but I didn't leave a comment. But I owe you an apology for what I thought. For the simple reason, remember, I ain't even played a game yet. I went through sort of like the settings where you can have examples of things, and at one point I was in like a jungle area, and these elephants walked by, and I sort of went like, you know what I mean, I sort of moved because of the bloody elephant. So, and some of that actually made me jump. This will make you laugh. When I was going through the different scenarios where you can look at different things, it's like in a different area for doing all your stuff, I clicked on this sort of like darkened auditorium, like a cinema, a theatre. And as this huge screen appeared in front of me, armchairs popped up from nowhere, just appeared, and an armchair popped up there, and I went, ugh! From a bleeding armchair. I mean, let's be honest, it was an armchair to sit in. Not a game, not a horror, not anything, just a bloody armchair, and it made me jump. So I must apologise to that guy who was screaming like a girl. I hope I don't act that bad. But no, I'm not going to give you any space, because I've noticed you can pick 50 videos on YouTube and they're nearly all identical. They give you the specs, they tell you it's great. I'm sorry to everybody out there, but they are nearly all identical, so I'm not going to do that. All right? I don't care. I don't care about the specs. I'm telling you, it's bleeding awesome. If at this point in time you've been on the fence about buying a VR set, get the Pico 4. You will not be disappointed at all. Now I've said that, all right, I would recommend, I'll tell you what, let me just double check somewhat. Jump shot. I'm back. Sorry about that. My phone vibrated and I'm waiting for an important phone call. Okay, right. Now, where was I? That was it. Yeah, Andy. Now I've told you how amazing it looks. I mean, I cannot explain to you how immersive it is, or how it looks. If this is it, if you're brand new like I was, right, so you've no idea at all, you've never even tried it, the only way to find out is to try it. There's no point in me trying to explain it, because I won't do it justice. Trying to explain it will not do it justice. watching YouTube videos where they show you scenes and stuff, that might encourage you, oh, that game looks fun, I'll buy that. But it doesn't explain the feeling of when you put the goggles on and you start looking around and start doing things. It's simply mind-blowing. And like I said, this is coming from a VR Vergin type thing. It's simply bleeding mind-blowing. Right, now let's say you decide to get this Pico 4, right? I highly advise you to go, I brought his name down, highly advise you to, I'll leave a link in the description, right, to find AndyMorphs, AndyMorphs, M-O-R-P-H-S, Mike Oscar Romeo Papa Hotel Sierra, Morphs, AndyMorphs. I'll leave a link in the description, right, because if it wasn't for him, I would have had hours of problems trying to set it up, because not having a clue what to do. Like I said, there's plenty of videos saying you can do this and you can do that, but his is the only channel I've found where he's made about 4 or 5 videos from unboxing to playing, right, where he actually explains every step of how to set it up and things you can do before you even get the goggles. I mean, in a matter of speaking, my goggles were already set up and ready to go. I had an account, I had everything all set up before the goggles even arrived. Now, you can do all that in your goggles, but you can do it on your phone. But he's got videos explaining in detail, but not complicated detail. He keeps it super simple and super basic. How to set them up. And from watching his videos, I knew exactly what to do. When the information come up, I thought, yeah, now I know I have to go click that and I have to put this in. Just from what he explained it so well, right? Andy, sorry mate if you watch this, AndyMorphs, I have dyslexia, right? So my spelling's atrocious, but my reading ain't that great. I will leave a link in the description to his channel, and if you're brand new, so you're going to be like me, you're going to get some and think, what do I do now? Go watch his stuff, right? 4 or 5 videos, and they're not hours long. Each one's only about, I don't know, 5 minutes to 10 minutes, something like that. But he does explain how to set everything up. You can't go, if it weren't for him, I'd have been probably still messing about figuring out how to get it out of the bloody box. No, not that bad. Right, complaints. Two complaints I've got. Right, and I'm gonna warn you. Alright, I'm off shot. No, I'm not. Alright, like I said, this is if you knew. Alright, the first thing I noticed was the charging plug. Alright, the charging socket when it comes for charging up your goggles. I went to plug it into an outlet and it don't fit. It was too short. And for a second I was off reaching, going to go find another freaking thingy. And then, like I said, this is only for newbies, right? I noticed a little line. I don't know if you can see it there, but what you do is you push. You're pushing that way, but push up. You get it now, don't you? And then the plug opens up. Right, just a little thing, not important, but I thought I'd mention it because it did confuse the hell out of me. Right? In fact, it screwed me up a bit. Yeah, right, the screen timed out. And there was something else. I won't do a jump shot. They're just there. I'll be back. Count to 5 and I'll be back. Did you get to 5 or did you get further? The controllers, right? Almost everybody says they've got a really good grip. They feel great. Well, they feel great in your hand, but they haven't got a really good grip in my opinion. I found them to be as slippery as hell. So what I've done, right? I've got that similar to Velcro. It's like a sandpaper, sticky back tape. Right. If you're interested, leave a comment, and because I got a big roll of it and I've had it years. I use it on me remote control transmitters and stuff for me flying. But if you're interested, right, leave us a comment and I'll see if I can find some, because I can't remember where I got it from. Right, I got a big roll of stuff. But yeah, so I put some on the front, some on the side and some on the battery case, right, on both transmitters. And now I feel rock solid, because it's real grippy. Like I said, it's a bit like sandpapery stuff, but it really is grippy now. But I found them to be a slippery, putting them down, yeah, as slippery as hell. Right. Okay, I'll leave you on one last thing that truly amazed me, which astounded me actually. You've probably seen on video on YouTube where they like draw a boundary line around themselves, and what that is, in case you didn't know, because I didn't know, right? When you're playing, if you step out of the boundary, your goggles shut off and like an external camera comes on so you can see you've gone, you know what I mean, the game stops and you're outside the boundary so you can see through the little camera, because you will know there's a little camera at the front there. Don't these look identical to that video, that film, Player One, yeah, I think it's called something else, but Player One, yeah, the front of the goggles look identical to his, but anyhow, I digress. Yeah, but that boundary line, alright, what blew my mind was when you get close to it. I was playing with that, alright, I know it sounds silly, I haven't played any games, I was standing close to the boundary line, because when you do, alright, for want of a better word, not one that's going to hurt you, but for want of a better word, a force field comes up. You know, like in Star Trek when force fields come up. Like, it's like that as you stand next to it. You see that this like force field come up and around you. And you actually feel like you're inside a force field. It's just so strange. It really is mind-blowing. Anyhow, yeah, I just thought I'd chuck that in because I was messing about with that for ages. Once I'd done that, I thought, oh, this is great. And you're getting near it, and I'm walking around this bloody thing like a crazy person, just having fun, getting used to it, playing with it, and stuff like that. But yeah, I will mention one thing because yeah, if you're new, right, just one thing. When you're gonna put them on, right. Hope you can see that. Twist them down, right, put them on your eyes and then pull the back over and then tighten them up to your comfort level. And taking them off the same way. Don't have them that way and try jamming them on. Right, you'll have problems. Okay, that's it then. Yeah, I can't really tell you how else. Like I said, I'm not going to go into specs because with the specs, all I do is read it, right, off the screen, right, tell you about it. I'll show you a picture of the website. So it's pointless because there's hundreds of videos out there doing the same thing. So no point in me doing that. But yeah, so just first impressions. When I've played, you see, I don't even know how to, yeah. These people that get it on YouTube, the sort of screen capture it, I don't even know how to do that yet. So I've got a lot of learning to do so that I can actually play some sort of game, record it, and perhaps put it up to show you. But, sorry, time out again. Screen timed out again. Should change that to 10 minutes. It's mostly for when I'm on my kayak. Yeah, so there it is then. And I'm looking forward to playing a few games and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do first is just to get used to things. I noticed that in the store, right, there's some free games. They probably won't be fantastic, right, but they're free, so it'll get you used to playing, get your brain in the mindset. But I did notice an Exorcist game. Now I want to play that. Because if a bloody chair can make me jump, a game from The Exorcist should make me jump even higher. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it there, right? Just my first impressions. This thing blew my mind. If you've never tried VR in your life, right, I just cannot put it into words. It's something, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing, and it absolutely blew my mind. God knows what it's going to be like in another, say, 15 years. Right? We'll all have holodecks. Yeah. Okay then, everybody. Okay then, I'm going to leave it there then, and simply say, if you've never tried VR in your entire life and you're thinking about getting into it, get the Pico 4. Right? Don't look at anything else. Get the Pico 4. It will blow your mind. Okay then, right. I'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Right, check out that AndyMorphs channel. I will leave a link in the description. Very important if you want to learn stuff. Right, and if you're thinking about getting these, he will talk you through everything. It's brilliant. All right then, I'll catch you later, and cheers.